Hello, this is Victor, and welcome to my metalworking guide for Project Zomboid. I'm on build 42.10. It might change in the future because they changed some things during the development of build 42. But right now, as it stands with build 42.10, I'm gonna teach you how to level up your skills and how to get into metalworking and do whatever you want with it. So without further ado, let's start. I have made this Excel file, which is in the description. You can check it out. I have 5 tabs here. The first is not important. It's just the notes that I made at the start. So the second one is all required items. And the last one is all required items and the leveling. So if you want to level your skills to proper levels, you will need these items as well. For example, you just started a new game and you want to make an advanced forge right away. This is the items that you want. But if you don't want that and you just want to make your forge, these are the items that you need. I'm not gonna go through them because I'll go through them in the game. I've also made a step-by-step process, so you don't have to do anything else. You just follow this and make your advanced forge. There's also leveling required skills. I made some notes. You can read this and increase your skills to the required levels. Let's start making it. I'm just gonna teach you how to do it in game, so you can make it happen in your own game. So let's go into Project Zomboid. I go solo. Let's start in Apocalypse. It doesn't matter, but I'm not using any mods for this, but normally I would. Let's go next. Let's start in Rosewood. Next. So I don't want to pick welder or blacksmith because you don't have to. You just need to pick blacksmith knowledge if you want to start and make the forge as soon as possible, because when you start with the blacksmith knowledge, you know how to make 2 items, and that is important. So the 2 items are in the step-by-step process. Okay, so you need tongs and you need a fleshing tool. Fleshing tool you can find in like warehouses and like the garages of people, but tongs are hard to come by. You can find tongs in places like, again, warehouses and also houses with fireplaces in them. You can find tongs, but it's actually really rare. And I remember finding tongs in one of the big houses in the northern side of Louisville. But I'm not telling people to go to Louisville. Like, if you haven't found tongs or fleshing tool, I'm gonna teach you how to make them. But both require recipes, and you can get these recipes at the start of the game if you start the game as a welder or if you start with the blacksmith knowledge. And since welder is a lot of points, like for example at the start with custom occupation you have 8 points, and if you pick welder you start with -6, so you are spending 14 points to get those 2 recipes, and you just get +3 to welding basically, so it's not worth it. You can get blacksmith knowledge though. That's gonna cost you 6 points, but not only this is gonna teach you the 2 and also the other required recipes, it's gonna give you +1 maintenance level and +2 metalworking levels, and +2 metalworking is actually important. And also this gives you +75% speed to level your maintenance up, which is beneficial, and also 100% to your metalworking skill. So I'm gonna start with blacksmith knowledge, but know that you don't need to start with the blacksmith knowledge. In the Excel file, let me show you. In all crafting needed page, I noted what you need in order to learn these recipes. So for tongs, you can just find tongs, or you can go to metalworking level 3 and learn how to make tongs. You need to get magazine everyday smithing in order to learn how to make tongs. And also for fleshing tool, you can just find one, or you can go to metalworking 5, or you can find magazine American Bladecraft and you can learn how to make fleshing tool. You can also make a bone fleshing tool, by the way, but this also requires a recipe. Magazine tools, use of early man. You can learn how to make a bone fleshing tool from these, but you need animal bone or a large animal bone, or you can get to carving 4 and you learn how to make bone fleshing tools automatically. So I'm gonna assume that you haven't found a fleshing tool or tongs, but you started the game with blacksmith knowledge or the required recipes that you need to make those 2 items. So with these settings, I'm not going to change anything else. We don't need them. I'm going to click next. I'm going to select my character. I'm going to play. And the thing is, I'm going to start with cheat on to get the items that I need. And then I'll just level my skills like I'm playing the game. And then make the forge from scratch. And I'm going to show you what to do and what to build. So we start the game. I just pause real quick. So I go to my debugging menu, and I'll be back when I have my items. Hello again. Let's go through the items that I added into my game. I'm gonna add one more thing, but after I talk through these. So we have one bowl, we have one lighter, we have one shovel, we have one rag, we have 54 clay. 20 of these are required to level up pottering to level 1, and the rest are needed for the crafting that we need. We have one iron band. We have 100 iron bar quarters. These don't need to be iron bar quarters. This could be any kind of iron. You need to get these from dismantling crashed like rubbish cars that you find on the road with welding. We have 31 large stones. You don't need 31 large stones. You just need one. But the rest 30 are required to level up masonry to 0 to 1. You can get limestones and crush those instead. But you need either 30 large stones or 60 limestones, so it doesn't matter which one you find. You can find them through foraging or just grabbing them from the ground. You can find them on the ground and you can just right click and then take them. We have 100 logs. It doesn't matter how many logs that we add. You just need some axes and you just need to chop a lot of trees because we need a lot of charcoal to make blacksmithing or metalworking. We need 24 nails. We need 1 sack of sand. We need 9 twine. We need 1 wire. We have 100 saplings. We have 100 tree branches. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. Again, we can use these to make charcoal. We also need them to level up carving. We have a saw. We have a hammer. We also have a bigger hammer. This is a club hammer. This is used to crush the big stones into smaller stones. We have a mason's chisel. We have a metalworking chisel, and we have a metalworking punch. You can also craft them, I think, but you can craft some of them, but like one needs the other and the other one needs the other and whatnot. But you can find these in like warehouses and the garages and whatnot. We need 1 bucket and we need a knife. And when we unpause the game, I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna debug and add in an animal. I'm gonna add in a cow because cow is a this requires one more process basically, and then I'm gonna kill this cow. But you can use cows, deers, pigs, or sheep. It doesn't matter which one you're gonna use. So now that our cow is here, now I can show you the exile and we can go through step by step the process. So what I've typed here is loot hardware stores, warehouses, houses, and garages for. We are gonna have 1 bowl, 1 shovel, 1 fleshing tool. You don't need a fleshing tool, but if you get one, it's great. If you can't find one, it's fine. I'm gonna show you how to craft one. We need 1 hammer and 1 bigger hammer, like a club hammer, if you want to level up masonry as well. You need 29 planks, which is like 10 logs. We need 24 nails. We need 1 knife. We need 9 twines. We need 1 saw. We need 1 to 3 axes to chop down trees to make charcoal with the fuel that we get. We need 1 bucket. We need 1 mason's chisel, 1 metalworking punch, 1 sack of sand, 1 lighter, and 1 heading tool. Again, heading tool, if you can't find one, I'm gonna show you how to craft one. Dismantle cars 4. You're gonna use welding to dismantle cars. For iron bar quarters, iron band, wire, some iron, any kind of iron, it doesn't matter. It could be like sheets, it could be also steel. You don't need iron, you can use steel as well. Also grab all the metal sheets and steel items. You can ignore copper and aluminum. We need the steel items to craft things when you make the advanced forge and gate into metalworking. So we need those as well. So get into welding and dismantle some cars. And then you need to forage for clay, and we need 32. And if you want to level up pottery to 1, you need 52 clay. We need at least 1 large stone, and we need 70 stone. This stone is just normal stones. You can grab stones, you can grab limestones and turn them into stones. You can grab large stones and turn them into stones. It doesn't matter. We just need 70. And we need 30 if you found both the heading tool and also the tongs. But if you haven't found them, you need 70. And I wrote here, remember that every large stone equals 10 stones. Limestones can also be made into stone blocks. You can also mine big limestone lumps with a pickaxe, but finding a pickaxe is really far-fetched. Like, I haven't found one in many of my games. They are as rare as sledgehammers. Find an animal from a farm or an animal carriage, medium or large animal. So sheep, pig, deer, or cow. Deers are different because they don't need the softening beam. They don't need the softening beam, but cows, pig, and sheep are the same. So I'm gonna use a cow. After you have your your ingredients, find a forest and chop it down because we need charcoal. Save 3 logs for further crafts. Saw logs into planks as needed because you can find planks in warehouses and houses. Save 6 saplings and 4 tree branches for further crafts because we need them to make things. Now rest, make charcoal and lots of it. I'm gonna show you how to make charcoal and whatnot. Now we can start building. So we're gonna build a tanning barrel and a butcher's hood. You go into the game and I'm gonna go to the building menu. And we're gonna build butcher's hood, but we need planks. And in order to get planks, we need to saw some logs. I need to saw 10 of them. That gives me 30 planks. I have unlimited inventory, but you just need to gather around and make them. So butcher's hook, we build. And softening beam. Okay, now it says fill the bucket with water, and after that I'm gonna go to my leveling because we need to level these skills in order to make things happen. So we'll need to build, we need to make the pottery happen, but we need to fill the bucket with water. We need to fill the bowl as well, so let's fill both of them. We need a pottery wheel. And with the pottery wheel, we need to sculpt mugs. Just 20 of them. And when you open the skills tab and look at pottery, that is all exactly what we need in order to get level 1 pottery. So we have our pottery. I need to go near this. I need to crush large stones into smaller stones, and we need to craft. We need to make 30 of these. That gives us masonry level 1. I need to carving again. We need at least 1 wooden tongs, and we can use a rag for this. And then we need 1 trowel. You can use 3 branches for this. And the rest, it doesn't matter because we've started with the blacksmith knowledge. But we need 1 trowel and we need at least 1 simple tongs. We need 6 long sticks, and then we can make stakes or spears. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna make long sticks now. This is the long stick. We need at least 6 of them. And the rest we can just carve into spears or stakes. It doesn't matter which one, we're just leveling our skill. So I'm gonna go to carving. Okay, we have carving 1. So we made 52 stakes. Let's actually dump them here so we know. 52 stakes. We made 20 clay mugs. And I'm gonna use the stones from the masonry part. And we need to level up metalworking, but we need to craft the primitive forge for that. So I'm gonna skip that one for now. Step-by-step process. Okay, so we need to fill the bucket with water again. And then you don't need to make primitive forge if you found tongs or fleshing tool. We're gonna make it because we're assuming that we haven't found it. And fleshing tools are easy to find, but tongs are not. Yep. If you haven't found tongs or fleshing tool, craft a stone anvil. Okay, we need to make a stone anvil, but this requires level 2 masonry. Thankfully, we need to make stone blocks as well. We need to make 70 of them. Let's make our stone blocks. And now we can make stone anvil. And we're gonna build a primitive forge. Primitive forge requires a bucket of clay cement. Let's go into the crafting menu. Mix bucket of clay cement. Craft. And now we can make a Primitive forge. Okay. Use primitive forge and make. We need to make tongs and we need to make a fleshing tool. So for tongs, we need a heading tool and we need charcoal. And for heading tool, we just need charcoal. Okay, so to make charcoal, we need a charcoal burning pile. Okay. And with this, 10 of them. And logs, 30 of them. Okay, now that we have charcoal, we can make a heading tool. And we need another wooden tongs. And now we need to make a tong. Yep, because we needed a heading tool. Craft. Now that we have our tongs, so fleshing tool requires metalworking level 3. So in order to get to metalworking level 3, we need to make simple blades. And we can use iron bar quarters. So I'm gonna make 20 of them. And now we need a small handle and steel bar half. So I can just forge bar, and from iron bar quarters we can find forge a iron bar half. And from the crafting menu, we can craft 4 small handles. And now we can craft a fleshing tool. Nice. Now I'm gonna take the cow. Pick up that cow. We are gonna use the butcher hook. Add corpse, the cow. I'm gonna gather the meat anyway. We don't need the meat, but why not gather it, right? Blood doesn't matter because we don't have a use for blood yet. We need the head and we need the leather. Now we're done. We need to right click on the head and say slice animal head. Cow skull doesn't matter, but we need the animal brain. Now we right click the water bowl and click on make bowl of brain 10. Make this. So it says kill the animal, hang its body on the butcher hook. We need the leather and the head, chop up the head, get the brain. Fill the bowl with water, right click on the bowl and make brain 10. If your animal is a sheep, pig or a cow, you need softening beam. You don't need a softening beam if your animal is a deer, but deer are hard to come by anyway, so I'm assuming you don't find a deer, so we are gonna make a softening beam. So we're gonna build a softening beam and then use the softening beam to remove all the fur and the flesh, and then go to tanning barrel and tan the leather. So we need a tanning barrel and a softening beam. It's a tanning barrel. I'm gonna click. We need to use the softening beam first. So with the fleshing tool, we can use the leather and process it, and then remove the fur. Now we have a large leather crude, and with this we can tan the leather and make it into tanned, crude, and wet. Now we have large leather, tanned, crude, and wet. Now craft, if you haven't while leveling carving, long stick, 6 of them. We need 6 long sticks. And then we are going to build either a medium leather drying rack. If you haven't found a cow and you have found a sheep, deer, or a pig, you need a medium one. If you found a cow, you need a large one. And they need the same thing, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to build a large leather drying rack because we have a cow. But if you found a sheep, deer, or a pig, you need to build a medium leather drying rack instead. Craft long stick. We need 6 of them. Craft drying rack. So important, there is a plant drying rack as well. We don't need a plant drying rack. We need the large leather drying rack because we had a cow. So we're gonna build this, and we click on this and we are gonna dry our large leather. Now we have a large leather tanned and crude. We don't need a large leather, we just need a medium leather. So I'm gonna cut this leather in half because this gives us medium leather. So this is gonna dry the leather. If you had a cow, now you have a large leather, cut it into medium. So we have 2 medium leathers now. We are now done with the leather parts. Now we craft some items. So we're gonna craft wooden trowel, but we already crafted because we were leveling. We need stone blocks, but we already made stone blocks because we were leveling masonry. Simple wooden tongs, we already have one because we are leveling. We leveled carving, I think. Wooden blacksmith anvil mold. We need this. Wooden blacksmith anvil mold, and we need a surface for this. We craft this. We need iron band small number 2. So we need iron band small, and we need small handles, but we already made some. We need a wooden bucket, and we need medium handles, and 2 of them. Iron band, medium handle, and medium handle requires carving level 2. So we need to level up carving level, and in order to do that, we need to carve small handles, but not from long sticks. Let's use saplings, and then we can craft spoons. And our carving levels up. Now we can make a medium handle and a second one. We also need a wooden bucket, and for wooden bucket we need a small handle. The plank is fine. We need to make a wooden bucket. Now we have made all the items here, so we proceed. We need to build a pottery wheel, but we already made one because we need to level up pottery, and we need a hand-operated press. So let's build that. Hand-operated press. And with this, we need to make clay blacksmith anvil mold from the hand-operated press, and also we need large clay crucibles from the pottery wheel. I go to the hand press and make press blacksmith anvil mold, craft. And I need to go to the pottery wheel and sculpt crucible, craft and craft. So now we have all the stuff. We need to build advanced kiln and simple furnace. This is the advanced kiln. And this is the simple furnace. Now, with the advanced kiln, we need to make 2 large ceramic crucibles and 1 ceramic blacksmith anvil mold. This is the blacksmith anvil mold. We craft, and fire clay crucible, we craft, and we craft. Now, use the simple furnace and make melted iron in crucible. So we need a melted iron, and we need 32 charges of it. This means smaller item means 1 charge, medium item means 2 charges, and big item means 4 charges. So think of it like this: a quarter bar is 1 charge, a half bar is 2 charges, and a bar is 4 charges. So we need 32 charges for that, because we need to make a blacksmith anvil. And after that, we need to make the blacksmith anvil. So let's smelt some items. We need to smelt some iron items, and we need to get 32 charges. So right now we have 2 iron bands. We can smelt them. We have a lot of iron bar quarters, but I'm not going to smelt those. And we can smelt our tongs, and we don't need to do that. We don't want to do that. I want to go back to the simple furnace. I'm going to go to forge simple blades, because this uses iron quarters and we need to level up our smithing anyway. So I'm gonna click max, and I'm gonna click craft. So now we are done with the iron bar quarters, and I can go back to the simple furnace, and I can smelt all of my simple metal blades and make them into large ceramic crucibles with iron. Basically smelt them. Okay, I'm gonna drop my heading tool to not melt it down. I don't know why this works like this, so... Okay, we have enough. So now we can craft our blacksmith anvil, because we have enough charges for to make this. We're gonna craft that, and now with the crafting menu, we need to make large bellows. We need a surface for that. We craft this, and now finally we can craft our advanced forge. And we are done. That's all I have for you today. So thank you for watching, and hopefully they won't change how to make this advanced forge in the future, but if they make a change, I'll make a new video. So thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.